Folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here. I'm playing Factory in the Sky 4 on the FTOG server, and I'm hanging out here in the hot springs and the onsen that I completed in the last session. And you can tell by the mugs here, I've had a couple of libations. So we'll see how today's episode goes. Well, I don't drink alcohol, so that if there's anything there, it's root beer. Or ginger beer is really good. I like ginger beer. Anyway, let's get out of here. And I want to get into a mod that I haven't gotten into for a while now. If we take a look here at the quest, in the magic quest, there's the roots section here, and I've not done anything with roots. So the first thing you have to do is obviously build yourself a nice island complex where you can do something natural. Natural with nature. Natural. There, I have coined a new word, 25 cents if you're going to use it. Anyway, yeah, I just decided to set up this island, and then I took a look at the chunks and realized, oh, this is where the altar center needs to be if I want to keep everything within a chunk, and I do. The rest of the stuff is purely cosmetic, which is okay. But I like having water where stuff flows from one island down. If I can have multiple islands where it chains along, I love that. I think that works really well. It's great for something where if you're doing anything vanilla, because you can get up to islands above you if you can manage the water stream right. You can get up to islands above you that way. And that's fantastic, especially if you build floating islands way above, whatever that's the ground down below. So that's what I've done. Anyway, I want to get into roots, and I think I've got everything that I need here. Let's grab these bits here to begin with. Let's do that for right now. And first thing that you want to do is make the runic tablet, which will give you information. It's the manual for the mod. And I was looking at this in creative single player and going, okay, what all do I want to do with this mod? It's been a long time. And there's some fun things with this and stuff that I'm kind of too far advanced to really be able to enjoy a lot of that. So the next thing I want to do is craft me a bark knife, because one of the things that there, I don't need that. One of the things that the mod needs, I was going to make a mortar and pestle, yeah, and then a pestle. Why do I have an extra stick? I don't know. Anyway, so I've got the bark knife and the 6 vanilla woods, and yeah, I'm completely ignoring mangrove and cherry because the mod does too. When you oh, interesting. It's kind of like a random chance of getting the bark off of here. Interesting. Okay, let's take and toss those out of the way. I said I was going to toss you out of the way. Let's get some more of this. I may have to make another bark knife because I am almost done with this. Yeah, let's just finish this up. And there it is. Let's make another bark knife since I've got plenty of saplings. Good. I've got most of the spruce saplings, more than anything else, so that's worth getting. And now I've got some stripped logs out of this, which is nice. Most of the time I just go ahead and strip everything using my my Paxel here, but there we go. I do like the stripped, but more so the 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 mangrove. Cherry is nice, but I really like the mangrove a lot. All right, so we don't need these. We'll chop these down. The stripped jungle is an interesting texture I've just not played with at all. Okay, we can get rid of all of these. But now I've got some bark from each of the type. Oh, I didn't want to toss them into the system. Oh well, they got tossed into the system. Let's go ahead and I want to make a mortar or mortar. And I'm gonna let's stick that here. And then I also need to make a pestle. There we go. And oh, can I would love to be able to just place that, but it would be nice if I could just leave the pestle inside of the mortar, but doesn't want that. I do have some items to mortar up. Let's take these. Let's take a look at our quest. Yeah, so we did that. We did that. Now it's a spell powder of any type, as near as I can tell. So I'm going to put in charcoal and coal and the blaze powder and the nether wart. A rare material mix-in. Wait a second. If we take a look at spell powder, combination of spell ingredients, and I went to this one here. So charcoal, coal, blaze, nether wart. It see runic. Okay, let's take a look at the runic tablet. Because what's the rare? Blah 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 blah. But if we look at these, are the powders. None of these are listed here. Growth powder. Let's take a look at roots because I've got. Let's do the verdant spring because I got more of those. If this is a rare that it needs, yes. So, evidently it needed that to have. Yeah, that's the infer. Okay, so no place as I was reading in the JEI did it say that I needed that. However, oh, that's where the extra stick came from. Let's grab you and you and you and you. No, come back out of there. I wanted to click this because the next thing I wanted to do was create an imbuer. And this is for making a staff. Now, looking at the quests, quest says mortar and pestle yield a fine spell powder for using spells, but you can't really be used in its own. Channel it with that. Place a stick. Place in your powder and wait for your staff to pop out. Okay, so I need another stick. Let's grab a stalk stick. There we go. So place a stick, place the powder, and a good thing I've got a magnet. Yeah, I've got a staff. Oh, this is my infernal staff. Okay, so the type of powder does matter, but it doesn't matter as far as the quest is concerned. Cool. All right, so casting, altar, and incense brazier are the next two things that it wants. I think it can. Are you seeing? I love that visual effect going on there. Let's go ahead and make the casting altar because I've got that stuff in my inventory. And then let's make 4 incense burners. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is one of the things I really like of having that crafting station next to a storage device. It makes crafting those things really nice. Let's go ahead and make 8 of these mundane standing stones. Now, these are later things that we don't need right at this moment. I'm going to make 5 of the attuned standing stones. And what else do I have in here at the very last? Oh, yes. Let's place this stuff down for right now. So the casting altar, I'm going to put right there. And then 2 away, I'm going to put the regular standing stones and or mundane, and then in the corners where they match in, so 1 2 standing stone, 1 2 standing stone, 1 2 and standing stone. It's like I planned this or something. And then another square and then or a block, and then place down these attuned standing stones. And so this now is the full-sized casting altar for doing various work. So if we look at like healing standing stone, I would like to make that. It has regeneration on it, which is kind of cool. And if we look at the JEI on it, it tells us what we need and what stuff needs to be in the incense burner, and then it's got the location of the size. So here's the casting altar. 2 blank spaces, there's the mundane, 1 blank space, there's the attuned. And so it tells you how this is supposed to be set up. Well, there we go. We've got it set up. All right, so these need to be within 9 squares, and I'm just going to go like this and put that there. And then this needs the attuned, and let's grab these bits out. Okay, let's do this in order, because if we look at the recipe again, it needs the attuned redstone and chiseled stone brick. So there's the redstone and there's the chiseled stone brick. So redstone, chiseled stone brick. And so that's ready, but we need stuff, the incense stuff to be working. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to put the gas tier here, wheat there, infernal bulb. And if we check the recipe again, because I got to remember, yeah, the verdant sprig, the infernal bulb, those are rare drops from crops. Any crop and nether wart, and then the wheat and the gas tier. Yep. Now they need to be lit, so they are all lit, and then with an empty hand, crouch right click, and that should start the ritual. And when this succeeds, it should give me the healing standing stone, and we'll just wait for that. There we go, the healing standing stone. And these, even though there's nothing in them, will just continue to smoke for a while. I tried doing a second recipe really fast in creative single player, and nope, that didn't seem to do anything. But if we come over to here and we stand right in this spot here, if we take a look at my regeneration, the beacon is just a little bit too far away. There we go. So that's out. Stand here, make sure that's not working. Okay. And I'm going to place the healing stone here. And now I've got regeneration. If we look at the effect on that, absorption, fire resistance. I don't know. Oh, no. I have one of these has fire. There's the fire resistance on the pants. All right, so that's where I got that in the absorption. So, but regeneration is here. And so as long as I'm sitting in the pool, then I will get regeneration close around, which is really nice. That's probably the cheapest beacon if all you want is regeneration, and this is regeneration 2, so that's pretty slick. That actually looks like a real good way of getting regeneration 2. It's like a range of like a radius of 9 or 8 around it. It's not a super huge size, but that definitely will work. And why am I looking in here? Oh, that's right, I was going to look at my quest. So there's all of these quests done. Let's just take a quick random grab of an ender star and a panic necklace. I don't recall seeing that in the pack before. Glowing stack, that's handy if I need to glow something. Black iron slate, okay, that's another end game craft. Glass bottle, I've got thousands of the glass bottles. And a diamond, yay, I'm rich. And a machine upgrade base. Oh, that's for mystical agriculture. Okay, so I got a few things. This one. Oh, you speed up when you take some damage. Yeah, don't care. I really am not taking much by way of damage at this point. But there we go. I'm trying to remember. Maybe it wasn't roots. It was another root-like mod, and I could put the pestle into the mortar. It just, yeah, it just won't go in there, and I don't have a way of placing that. I guess I could make a, let's go ahead and make a frame real quick, because that way I can have it close, like about there, and then I can put the pestle in there. I don't really want to keep the chest here or the crafting station. I will drop all of these into my network because I don't need them right now. I do want to put that, break that. There we go. These can go away for right now. And then B, I will keep the flint and steel with me. I'm not really sure if those are, the best places to keep them, but they're close enough to that that would work. And so now the question is, what do I want to do here? There was a growth. Let's take a look. Growth. Wasn't this one? Not growth powder. It was a ritual. Okay, where did I see it? Well, I got rid of my book. Runic, because I was playing with this. Mutating berries, healing pulse. This was it. Earth spec. Here's some of these things. Like I took a look at this one, Inferno. Creates a spell that's nope. That's not what I was looking at. What was it that I was here? Sacrifice life drain. This is a ritual that you can set up here on the casting altar, and it will take health from the hostile mobs in a large area, and if you happen to be around, you get the healing from that. Uh, doesn't need any of the standing stones. It just the casting altar is sufficient. Blaze powder and a bone, and then that goes on the altar. And then in the incense burners, a wooden sword, a wooden axe, dark oak, and birch bark. Uh, when you put those in, it will actually damage. And it was like 5 hearts, 4.5, 5 hearts, something like that. That it damaged some skeletons I was testing. And then you have to redo this entire ritual all over again with all of the components. I was thinking this would be super great if you started it and then it continued to run, because then you could set up a mob farm and have another ritual for absorption. Let's hit the escape. One of the standing stones enhanced. One of the enhanced. Okay, where am I? Where did I see this? Repulsive, accelerating, standing, tangle, and dining, healing, growing, tune, vacuum. The vacuum standing stone. This will suck up stuff. The thing that would be nice about that is you could have the vacuum standing stone standing in the middle of where all the mobs are, and it would be absorbing all the drops. And then you have the ritual that's killing the mobs. That would be a fantastic mob farm. Unfortunately, it just runs once, and that's not so grand. The standing stone, once you kick those off, they appear to just run and run and run and run. In fact, if we take a quick look over there, it's still there. I'm too far away for the particle effects to show, but it just runs and runs and runs, which is fantastic. And if you know, tomorrow, if I take another soak in the hot springs, yeah, I will have the regeneration effect there, which will be very nice. The one thing that I was thinking, oh, something worth calling out about the ritual, and that was here. This life drain. Wooden axe, because world edit is in this pack. When you try to place the wooden axe into the incense burner, it instead it thinks it's inserted the axe, but it hasn't. It's disappeared, and you get the world edit second position thing pops up. So either disable world edit for a little bit, or change the tool world edit uses to something other than the wooden axe. Most people don't use a wooden axe for many things, but here's an example. Just the way it goes. The thing that I was thinking is, might as well decorate this area. I've been leaning into the cherry trees, and I do like them. I just wish I had an easy way of forcing orientation. This is a wide, and what I really wanted was something long, because this is a kind of a long stretched out island. That would be kind of nice. Yeah, it's getting a little close to that island. I could break it and put up another one, but I was going, eh, eh. Anyway, I'm going to grab some dark oak, because I like dark oak as a tree out there that I can play with. And let's grab a single spruce. Let's grab you, and let's grab 3 of you, and let's grab a cherry. A single cherry, and again, I want 3 cherry of those. That's 4. It's not quite the same. And let's see, I need some dirt. And I'll grab a stack of dirt. All right, so I think I will put a dark oak like right here. Yeah. And you just torque that up, and And yeah, that blocks a little bit of the view of the other islands, but that's okay. I don't need, a pristine view here. I do want a cherry over here, but I don't necessarily want it to be fairly low. I want it to be fairly high. So here's where we're going to do some dirt. 1, 2, 3, and one over to the side. Yep. And now I can work this up into place. Oh, it's one of those cherries. Huh. Yeah, I would like a bigger cherry. Thank you very much. Let's do that again. All right, give me one of the double wides. What do we got? There we go. Yeah, that's a little bit better. It makes this side doesn't so it doesn't look so empty. And plenty of cherry, and that way it's a little bit taller. And then over here, let's go right here. Let's put another bit of dirt down. Do 3 over here, and I'm doing 3 because I want it to be up a little higher. Come on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, sometimes you get a spruce that, while I like that foliage up there, I just want it to be higher up. Otherwise, this would be just at the height of the standing stone. I'm going, no. I wanted to be a little bit better than that. Okay, yeah, a little bit of foliage going around. All right, that's nice. Let's get rid of all these things that I don't care about. I want bone meal, not born meal, bone meal. And let's get some. I wish I could just hit the tab and it would take me back up to the wireless crafter grass. The first time you log into here, see for my wireless crafter, if I hit the tab key, it goes right up here. Oh, hey. Stretch, synchronization, no. Okay, let's try. That's what I'm looking for. It keeps that text so I can start typing whatever I want up here. Okay, I was confident there was something there. Let's grab some bamboo. And I think, we need some pink blossoms. Been leaning into these as the ways of doing stuff. All right, so let's just kind of randomly throw down some grass. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Grass back here. Grass over here. About halfway through with the grass. Is this really random? No. I would like something just a little bit more random than this, but that's okay. And then I want to bone meal some grass. I kind of like it when it's next to trees. Definitely give this a little height back here. Occasional things. Something over here. Yeah, that works. And then let's put a bamboo here and a bamboo there. That will definitely get blocked by the tree. Let's put another bamboo over here, something like that. This will grow right there, I think. Because if I target these right and they hit the leaves, then they are going to be fairly stumpy. Otherwise, if I put them out here, then they'll grow all the way up, which is fine. And let's put some blossoms down. And must be a thunderstorm out there because it all of a sudden got dark here. And do you notice the rain? No, you do not, because yay, Void World. One of the things I really like, especially the wow, that's really dark thunderstorm. The thing that I really like about having the uh, the Void World is no rain pouring down. One, it's noisy, and two, it kind of degrades the video. It's not so great. And I'm kind of thinking maybe a little bit of a path to kind of walk up into here. Yeah, why not? So we've got this spot here. Let's give us another path. So we've got a way of walking up here, leaning into the mangrove and cherry, and then yeah, we've got a roots area set up. Yeah, this definitely works. Let's look back a little bit. Yeah, it's got some busyness going on in here. I do have my watering can with me because we can sit there and force the bamboo to grow really quick. There we go. That got blocked by that. How are you guys doing? Got one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, these are going to get stopped by the tree fairly quickly, and that's okay. Let's come around here. There were some bamboos over here. Oh, it's right underneath that. That's kind of a boring spot to have a bamboo. Use a sword. There we go. These, I think, are not going to grow too high because we get the island right above them. Yeah, that's the way it is. Oh, this is a good spot to put a bamboo right there. There we go. And this one can grow full height. I said this one can grow full height. Come on, grow. It has a mind of its own. There we go. There we go. This is grown and that's grown. And yeah, we're good. Okay, so that is pretty nice. In fact, I think I may actually make that the thumbnail. Hadn't thought about it, but let's go with that. Kind of dark on the outside, but I think that makes the trees pop out just a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. We'll go with that. So I hadn't thought about doing that as the thumbnail, but we'll find out. Editing Grok may decide to do a different thumbnail for later. Like that spot right there. I don't know. Maybe tilt it a little bit more. That might be better. Depends on if editing Grok wants to have the very good looking Grok in the middle of the shot there, or just the build. I don't know. He's sometimes vain. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here, playing with roots. There's so much more to the mod, but this kind of completes that quest line. And the main thing I wanted to build was that that healing stone, so that regeneration, I can pick that up. I can drop that any place if I think I'm going to have a close fight. I can use that, and I'd have regeneration wherever I am. I've got it here at my base, which is great. But if I have to run off to the nether for something, I've got regeneration. Why not? Anyway, this is Big Grok the DuckFarmer here, playing Factory in the Sky 4 on the FTOG server, and there's no rain. It's dark, but there's no rain because the Void World is the best. And thanks for watching.